friends, I am at the airport again. I'm really excited. I'm heading off to Chicago for a conference. Can't wait to show you what I get up to. Just arrived in Chicago. Well, rather, I take that back. I arrived in Chicago quite some time ago, but it took 1.5 hours to travel 17 miles to my hotel. Let me just give you a quick tour. You have the bathroom, separated shower, bathtub, toilet, sink area. And I have a city view, which I really can't complain. I am hungry, I haven't eaten lunch, so I'm going to go find food. A day, it is, 8 o'clock right now. I went to the first place. I wanted to eat there or do carry out. They didn't have a spot available for me for 2 hours, and they weren't doing carry out because of Cinco de Mayo. Now, the second spot, the wait was also 2 hours, so I did carry out. It did take a while. It was at Barrio. Let me show you what I got. It smells delicious. I got nachos. It is a very cloudy day today, and it happens to be extremely windy. Chicago really does live up to its name of the Windy City. Of course, the first place I went to was Millennium Park to see the bean. I've never seen so many tulips in one area, so it's such a pretty sight. My stomach soon started grumbling, so I headed to Goddess and the Baker. I'm in a park, and I don't know if there's a very important person. There are a lot of cops, and you can hear the sirens. It's similar to a presidential motorcade. I remember when Trump was in Orange County, there were so many cops following him, and I was stuck in that traffic. All right, so I couldn't eat at Goddess and the Baker because it was so full. Secured an acai bowl, and I'm going to enjoy it at Millennium Park. After finishing my acai bowl, I ventured around the loop to the Route 66 sign, as well as the Chicago Theater. No visit to Chicago would be complete without a deep dish pizza, so I got a personal serving. I tried to remain outdoors for as long as possible, but it got to a point where it was too windy. This was around 9 p.m. at the Navy Pier. Heading to the convention center for my first day of the conference. So I just finished a bunch of my meetings, and I'm going to explore the exhibits. After a day of meetings, I got some delicious sushi and ventured to the Harry Potter store, followed by Oak Street Beach, and then Starbucks Reserve Roastery. I finished the night with dinner at a very cozy Italian restaurant. So finished my second day of the conference, and as per usual, it is raining and windy. Everyone, so I haven't been very active with vlogging. I've been pretty busy with the conference. Last night I went out to an Italian restaurant that was across the river. I went to the sign, started snapping some pics. Maybe 2 minutes in, I started hearing popping sounds. If you're familiar with fireworks, there's those little white bag you throw on the ground, it makes that popping sound. And I was like, oh, maybe someone's just throwing fireworks. I didn't put it together being in Chicago. I started seeing people running, maybe like 2 girls running down to the subway, and they're just catching their ride, making sure they didn't miss it. Still didn't put it together. Crowds started coming, and I vividly remember this father. He was sprinting and he was pushing baby in the stroller, and I was like, it was gunfire. Gunshots were fired. It was just I was at the Chicago Theater, and it was at the intersection right behind it. I ran. Everyone ran. I was running with them. I already have dinner. I don't plan on going out at night anymore. I'll avoid it as much as possible. I've enjoyed it. There's so much to do for everyone. There's attractions, there's shopping, there's great food. But yeah, I mean, I told my colleagues, one's a Chicago native, one's from Baltimore, and they're like, that's common. I'm like, yeah, that's one of the cons about the city, but you know, you get used to it. I'm like, I do try to carve out time to explore, learn more about the culture, life. Looking out my window right now, I'm actually glad I decided to stay indoors because the fog is it's thick. I mean, just look at it. I'll flip it the other way so you can see it's falling down fast. Even though I enjoy going to conferences in new cities, I spend most of my time working. I wanted to give you a rundown of the outfits I've worn to this conference. I was both running 2 meetings I had with key opinion leaders, thought leaders involved with my studies, as well as helping medical affairs with the research and development aspect of the company. And it's the first time R&D is helping medical affairs. And that's the one thing I like about a smaller mid-scale biotech, the fact that I get to be involved in so many different functional areas. So as my first job out of grad school, this was an amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad that I decided to pursue this job in lieu of a fellowship. I'm really glad that I made this choice, and I've learned so much with this company. Let me show you the outfits I've worn. So this is my first outfit. It's a contrast collar as well as a contrast cuffs. And then these high-waisted pants are from Derek Lam. They make me look so much taller and longer than I actually am. I did pair this with my blue and black striped coat. I know it's a bit busy, but it really does work. You can't really see the patterns. It's more minute in detail, and it gives that a little something extra. And it with my MCM tote. This is my trusty college work travel tote. It's been with me through so much. It's really sturdy. It's my laptop, everything I throw into it. This is my first look of the conference. This is my next look. I'm wearing, again, I think I have this thing with contrast collar and cuff shirts. It's one of my go-to shirts for interviews, conferences, anything important. And I paired it with, I don't know if you can see, but it's a red and blue wool plaid pencil skirt from Boss. I purchased this not too long ago, and I know there's an orchid here and plaids here, but it really works well together. Paired it with nude heels, and this is my second look. Again, I wore it with my MCM tote, and I did bring this coat as well because it was chilly in the morning, and then it started raining right when I got back from the conference. So altogether, this was my second look of the conference. I was a little bored in my room, so I decided to check out the penthouse gym, and it was incredible. Hey everyone, it's my last morning of the conference. I have some time before I actually have to go, so I'm going to grab lunch, taking some meetings this morning, then heading to the conference. Got a skinny sandwich. I also got some cheese curls. I've heard reviews about them, that they were good, so I'm going to give this a try. I don't know how I did it, but I got ready, makeup, changed, and everything in 15 minutes, and I'm ready to go to the conference. This is what I'm wearing. I'll give a more detailed outlook later, but now I have to run. The last day of the conference was pretty slow, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Done with the conference, I'm on the shuttle, secured some tea, ready to enjoy the rest of Chicago for tonight, and I'm leaving tomorrow. Guys, it's golden hour, and I wanted to take in one last look at the bean. It's pretty empty during sunset. I'm ready to snap some pictures that I'll share here. But yeah, if you want to visit the bean, it is a Tuesday at 5, almost 6 p.m. If you guys are in Chicago, make sure to take pictures of the tulips. They're in full bloom and look so pretty. I'm at Buckingham Fountain. It's not active right now, but you can see the Chicago skyline. I found a really cute park. We'll be heading back. It's not exactly safe to be out in Chicago at night. I will be picking up dinner as opposed to eating at a restaurant, just because I want to enjoy my meal in the comfort of my room in pajamas. ordered dinner. Now I'm walking back to my room. A long day, but I just wanted to show you what I wore to the conference. So I just have a sheer sleeveless collar top. If you follow me, you've seen this in a lot of videos. And then I have a 3/4 flare sleeve sweater. It is pretty hot today in Chicago, so I was able to fare with just this and a high-waisted tweed pencil skirt. Good morning, everyone. I am out and about. I'm waiting for the bridge lift. I really want to see that. I will be getting an acai bowl in the meantime and just probably camp out for 10 minutes and see if I can capture it. It's starting to heat up a lot in Chicago. And on the sides, this is the Riverwalk, and if you're wondering, my hotel is right there in the triangle. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the bridge lift, but you know, it's so beautiful. Checking out of my hotel in Chicago. I've had a blast. I did have a scare. It was a bit of a frightening experience. Chicago is beautiful. Just wanted to give you one last look of my view from my room. I am on the 39th floor. This hotel has 43 floors. 43rd is the penthouse gym. I tried to use all the machines that looked like it wouldn't kill me. The 42nd floor is blocked off, and then 40th, 41st floor has all the suites and lofts. I really did enjoy my time here, but it's time to get back to San Diego.